It's still Tuesday, or excuse me, Thursday. Boy, I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's Thursday, February 11th, or 10th. Boy, I better check my dates. I don't even know what day it is. It's Thursday, February 10th, 2011. I think. Just kidding. Okay, the code is about to give us an entry. Anybody up for making some more money tonight? I mean, I don't want to you know, act like I'm greedy or anything like that. I'm just trying to demonstrate the power of the secret code. And some people are such skeptics, you're going to have to show them over and over and over again before they finally believe. But, oh well, no big deal. So, that's what these videos are for. Show you over and over and over again. The power of the secret code. Okay, I'm going with the secret code here. I am placing a short order at 39 now. Short order is pending. Just need it to come up a little bit and get me short. And according to the secret code, it will come down after that. How far down, I can't say. I'm just going to, as soon as it goes off, I'll be in with a 20 penny exit. I'm going to adjust that exit to 10 pennies. So we'll just go for a quick 10 pennies. Nothing like making a quick 500 bucks. And the mathematics on that particular trade will be very high. If I went for 20 penny exit, it would be lower. So I want to go with a very high mathematical trade. Okay, one more penny up and I'm there. With 2 pennies on the bid. Oh, don't you dare do that to me. Come on, one more penny. I believe in you. There you go. Come on, get the bid up there. There we go. Okay, I'm in. Okay, the secret code is telling me that it is going to go down. I am now adjusting my exit to, I am in at 39. I'm going to adjust it to 29. So I am adjusting it now to 0.29, which will give me a quick 10 pennies. Okay, exit, or the exit is in place. And the stop is placed at 59. Once it starts to come down a bit, I'll go ahead and place a stop. But there really should be no reason to have to do that, because in just a little bit, this thing should come down 10 pennies relatively quickly. Okay, I'm still going to place a stop though. You never get sloppy or lazy. Stop is at 59. I'm going to place a protective stop at 38. 38. The reason why this is good to do this is because sometimes you'll be like a deer with the just got in the headlights and it freezes. It doesn't know what to do. If you allow the computer to take care of it, it'll do it for you and take the emotion out of it. Just let it happen. Just make sure that you don't panic or something like that and place a stop too early. I mean, if this trade is going to be right, if the code is right, then this trade is going to work. But just in case, okay, let's say, okay, let me explain something. Let's say that the code says it's going to go down from where I just took entry, correct? But it doesn't say how far. Let's say it just goes down 8 pennies, not 10 pennies, and then it's going to turn back around and go even higher. By placing a break-even stop, you'll stop that loss from happening. But with a 10 penny exit on this, it's probably got like about at least an 80% chance of making it right now. And it's not going to take very much longer either. Once it drops down to about 32, 31, I'll place a break-even stop. Need to be watching the code here to make sure that it's still showing. That's going to go down. What am I running on minutes? I'm 5.5 minutes in this video. Just want to show you a quick trade. How easy it is to go out and make money really quickly. And this is a relatively high percentage trade right here. And what's nice about this is I can adjust the stop right now to above 40 and just take a small loss if I wanted to. See, what am I in at? I'm in at 39. I could go 49 and go 10 penny loss. You see how I'm in right 1 penny from the high? Again, the power of knowing the code. I'm thinking about where am I going to place this stop at. I wish it would just drop down a few more pennies so I could place a stop really quick. So let me read the code here for a second. Code looks okay. Look, nothing's changed. Just as this plays out and the code is playing out, I'll be able to see what it's doing, so I can see what it's going to do next. It's constantly changing and in motion, but nothing has changed yet. I'm expecting this to start dropping down any moment. Let me go ahead and pause the video. I'm already 7 minutes now. Let me pause the video and I'll start to show you what the outcome is and what I do about it. I'm waiting for one of these to go against me so that I can, show you what I do about it, how I make the decision whether to get out really quick or to stay in it or whatever. And you'll see those come. I got plenty of those, don't worry. I don't get every trade right, trust me. But you can see that I get the vast majority of trades right. Pause the video, I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I am going to go ahead and place a break-even stop at 38, and if it upticks just 1, I'll get out. But I'm so close to the top, I can afford to just go ahead and let it break, and then just go ahead and get out and take a small loss. So I might as well just go ahead and do that. That sounds like a better plan to me. Because look, I'm in at 39, the top is at 40. So as soon as it hit 41, I could just jump out manually. And I would too. I absolutely would, because unless this thing starts dropping down here relatively quickly, it is going to stretch out and go higher. And that'll give us a really good shorting opportunity too. And that will well, I can't reveal that to you, but it's going to be a big trade. We're going to go for 100 penny, I'm going to go for a 200 penny trade if this happens. So either I don't mind if it goes higher. I just want it to come down, hit my 10 penny exit really quick. Then it can go higher. But if it stretches out higher right now, then I'm going to have to take another shot at this. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to place a break-even stop at 38. If it comes and hits it, it comes and hits it. Placing it now. Break-even stop is in place. Now, if it hits that stop, it's no big deal. I'll just reevaluate. It's likely that if it does hit that stop, that it's going to go even higher. Anyway, at this point, because I know the code. Because if it's going to go down, this thing's going to start going down here relatively soon. You see the formation that it's making? It's just going to start dropping, or it'll go even higher. That's what my read on it is right now. So we're watching it together. I am going to need to pause this video. I'm almost at 10 minutes now. I'll pause the video and I'll show you what the outcome is. But you see the logic that I'm using. You see where my stop is, tight as can be, and you'll see where my exit is. Just need to drop down a little bit and I'm there. So either way, I can't lose. 1 penny away from being stopped. It may do it, but if it doesn't, my call is just going to go higher. Okay, I am out. I think I still made 50. My call right now is that it's going to go higher. I'm not so certain about that though that I would buy it yet. I would possibly buy the break if it breaks above 40. And right now I think that's what it's going to do. I think it's going to break. It's going to go higher, but we're going to get a good shorting opportunity here. I'm going to show you this one. This one's a big one. Okay? This is a big trade. I'm going to take an entry on this trade to go short, and I'm going to go with a 200 penny exit on this one and have the mathematics on that would be you know, I don't know what the math on it would be, but it's a 200 penny trade, so it's the math is high enough on it that it's worth going for. Let's put it that way. And I'm going to go for it if the macro code says to go for it. I will. I'm not going to go for it yet. The macro code hasn't indicated that yet. But I can tell you right now it's setting up for it. It's setting up to happen. If this thing breaks higher and starts to move higher, and I can get a short entry somewhere around at least 60, 87.60, or possibly a little higher, like 87.70, would be the ideal entry point to go short using the macro code, and I would hold that for a 200 penny exit. I will let you know as soon as I see it do something and tell you what my call is, and I'll take an entry based upon it. I'll pause the video. It's trying to break out here. Breaking out very slowly. Look at the daily chart. Look what it looks like. Big buying opportunity. Look at the 1 minute chart. It's going straight up. Looks like a buying opportunity. Looks like it's time to buy, right? Wrong. Moving on up. Short entry coming. The secret code is indicating that this is going to go down. However, I would like to get a little bit better entry than this. It may just start heading down right now and leave without me. Or I may be able to get in a little bit better somewhere around 60. I'm kind of taking a chance by not shorting it right now. But I may just be able to get it. I'm just watching it. If it does start coming down, I may also chase it a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. If it does start coming down and really show me that it's going to come down, I can always use the intraday code to get back in again in a short entry, because that's the way it's going to be going. But I'm going to wait for a little bit better entry for a little while. Pause the video. It is starting to move back up again. Look at the, well, it just dropped a little bit there. Look at the daily though. I'm really looking for it to make another move higher. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. If it does, we're going to be in great shape for a big trade coming up. So I'm going to document it. Okay, you can see it moving up here. It's at 56. You can see it's moving up. This is a big trade here. I'm just wondering what the entry is. I'm watching it. Gonna try to catch it. I'm not gonna take it here. The code is still indicating that this may possibly move higher, so I'm not going to take it yet. The risk is still too high to short it, but don't want to miss this trade. This one's going to be a big one for a 200 penny drop on Friday. This one is a special trade. This is running past 15 minutes. There's nothing I can do about it. This is a special trade. This one doesn't come around every day. This one only comes around, you know, every so often, you know, once every 2 weeks maybe. It's a special 200 penny trade. One that I will teach. But even if you didn't know what it was, you could still make a nice 20 pennies using the intraday code. Checking the code. It's coming down a little bit right now, but checking the code, it is still too dangerous to short here. I need to wait. It's too dangerous to short. The code is saying it's going to go down, but it's saying that it's too dangerous to short right here. So I need to wait. Hopefully it will move even higher to around 87.80 to 87.95, and I will short it in that area and go for a 200 penny exit. Okay, you see what it's done? It's gone up there and it's come down. Remember I told you the code is saying it's going to go down. But now watch this. It's going to go back up again. And I'm going to get in this time when it does. So let's go ahead and get in at, let's just play it safe and get in at 55. So I'm going to short, let me freeze it. I'm going to short right here at 55. Okay, order pending to short at 55. Now I'm going to wait for it to come back up to 55 and it'll short me. I should be able to get filled there with no problem. And then we're going to go down for 200 pennies. And I should be able to get it too. You know what? Let me take this short order off. I'm going to go manual. Because there is still a possibility that this thing is going to break its previous high, which is at approximately 58. Went up to 58, so it's only 8 pennies away from its high. I'm going to wait to see exactly what it's going to do, and I'm going to use the secret code to take an entry. As this thing moves back up here, take a look at the daily chart, and you see it looks like on the daily chart that we are possibly at the beginning of a move all the way back up again. I mean, this looks like if you buy it here, you know, and it's all been up, and you can look at the 10-minute chart, the same thing, you know, down here at 86, and then it's all the way up here at 87.60, 87.80 up here. It's just been moving up. So the daily chart supports it moving up. The 10-minute chart supports it moving up. The 1-minute chart supports it moving up. And yet the code says no. It's going to go down, not up. And from experience, I know that this particular code likes to go down a lot. So that's why I'm going to go for 200 pennies on this one. Otherwise, it would just be a normal 100 penny trade. I'm going to go for 200 on this particular one. So I'm still waiting for the secret code to give me an entry to go short. I'm still waiting. Okay, here comes entry. I'm placing a short order at 55 now. Short order is at 55. I just wanted to make a nice little pop-up here. It may not do it. It may not do it. This thing may really start dropping too. Oh boy, I think it's gonna. It may. On these 200 penny ones, they really drop too. I mean, they get going, you know. They don't really waste any time. And this one may be that one. I think it is. It could look better. It doesn't look as good as it could. It's not textbook perfect, but I still think it is one of those trades. Enough that I'm going to go for it. Let's put it that way. Okay, I'm still just trying to get entry here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. I will show you what happens. I may end up chasing this thing. I'm just trying to sit up there and try to get the best entry I can. Every penny always counts on these entries. I'll pause the video. I'll be back. What I may do is I'm sitting up here at 55, hoping it's going to come up and fill me. But if it does come down and go below the 45 mark, I may just go ahead and chase it at that point, because I believe that this particular trade is one of these trades where it's going to go down, and on the there it goes, on the daily chart, it's just going to drop and almost get rid of those lines right there and just drop out down here. That's the kind of trade that I think this very well may be. I'm not at all sure about that, but if there's a mathematical likelihood, fairly, relatively good. There's no way to say for sure, but it looks like it. Again, I thought it would look a little bit better than what it looks, but I still believe that this is this trade. Absolutely, I do. So I'm trying to get an entry here, and I'm going to think about this for a minute, try to make a decision on how I want to do this. If I want to wait, try to get 55, or if I want to chase this thing. I'll pause the video. I'll show you what happened. Here comes my entry. It just hit 54 right there. Come on, a little bit higher. Pause it again. Okay, I'm not sure. Hit 54, now it's coming down. Well, I can always chase it. Let me just see if it'll do it one more time. If it doesn't hit me this time, I'll go ahead and just take it manually. Oh no, don't drop on me already. Okay, hang on, let me pause it. I'm going to adjust the entry. Okay, I have a 53 entry now. Just 2 more pennies up, I'll get in. Well, the bid's got to come up to it as well. Uh-oh. I think this thing might be getting ready to drop out on me. Man. I usually don't have so much trouble getting in like I've been having lately on these videos. But, no big deal. I'll get in. I'll get in somewhere. Still gonna hold 53 out there. I'll pause the video. Just 3 pennies higher here, and it'll get me in. Just need to make a little move. I gotta believe it's gonna do it. It's gonna get me in. Come on. Ah, this thing is going to drop out on me if it does not get me in here quickly. It's going to start dropping. If this is the trade I think it is, it's going to start dropping. And it's going to drop so much I'm not going to want to get in because I don't want to chase it. I hate chasing. Come on, 2 more pennies. Let's go. Oh, no. Oh, no. There it goes. It came 2 pennies away from getting me in. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, I gotta make a decision here now. Let me pause the video and think about what I want to do, if I want to chase this or not. I think I'm gonna chase it. I sure would like to sit up here and have this thing hit me, but I don't think there's much time left, and this thing's gonna start dropping on me. Ah, there it goes. See, you see what I'm saying? It drops out so fast. I hate chasing it. You know, I can't stand chasing. I should have gotten my entry. Okay, I gotta think about what to do here now. I'm not gonna chase it at 40. I can tell you that right now. Where might it come back up to? It might come back up to like 48. I'm gonna change it right now to 48, modifying it to an entry of 48 now. Okay, entry is now at 48. If I can get that, I'll take it. Just need to bounce up a little bit here. It may very well still do it. 48, 58, 68 is the stop. It should be good. Should hold. 58 is the top. So we're okay. It's 10 pennies down from the top is what my entry is set at. Should be okay. I still got a 50% chance of getting in the stock at 48 right now. If not, this thing's going to drop out. I told you that before it was going to do it. And it already made its first little drop. It may make a second one here very shortly and just start dropping out. You know? It goes down 200 pennies. The thing doesn't have time to really play many games, you know what I mean? It's just going to start dropping out. Now, if I miss this entry at 48, the code will give me another entry again. That's the beautiful thing about the code. It'll give me another entry. It'll at some point it'll show me where a safe entry is so that I can get in without getting my stop hit. I mean, I can tell you which direction it's going to go all day long, but the key is being able to take a precise entry where your 20 penny stop won't get hit. That's the whole trick. So anyway, I will show this to you. I'm going to hold my 48 entry out there. It very well may come back up there and hit it, and then this thing's going to start working its way down, and at some point it's just going to drop. It's going to start really dropping. So I'm trying to get in still, but I don't want to chase it. I'm going to pause the video. I'll come back. Almost in here. 3 more pennies to go, and I'm short. 1 more penny. Come on, get up there. I really want to get in this trade here now. 1 more penny. This is a 200 penny trade. Don't you dare even think about going back down right now. You better come up and film me. It's funny. Don't worry, it'll film me. Let me pause the video. Okay, I am filled at 48. I am in. It looks good to me. I think it looks really good, and this is a very big trade. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the exit. I got 87.48, so 86, 85.48 is where I'm putting it at. Modifying it to 85.48 for the exit. 85.48. Okay, the exit is set for 200 pennies at 85.48. Now, I just need to wait for a little while. I will adjust the break-even stop once I'm ahead about 48, 38, 28. Let me see where that's at. 28. Once I'm ahead about 20 pennies, I will adjust the stop to break even. It kind of depends what it looks like. For instance, if it looks like it's let me see how to describe this. If it goes down big, fast, I mean, just goes down. Like if you knew what the code was, this would help you out a lot. It'll just go into trend mode. It won't reverse, and the reversals will be very shallow and weak. They won't reverse very much at all into the reversals. It'll just basically go into trend mode and just start going down and just basically keep going down. It'll bounce here and there a little bit, but not much, and then just keep pressing down. Those are your times to go for your large trades, for your big trades. And when you see that, you can place your stop at break even with no problem at all. And the further you get out ahead, the better. So what I'm looking for here very soon is for this to start to come down, and it will start to just basically fall apart and start to completely break down. It may take a little while for it to do that, like maybe an hour or two, but it'll just completely break down and then just start to drop, and then just drop and then bounce a little bit, just drop again, and drop all the way into the USA session, where it may continue to drop or it may bounce. So it may go down 200 pennies from now into the USA session, and then turn back around and go back up again into the USA session and go up on Friday. Or it may not go down very much during the Euro session, maybe just 50 or 100 pennies, and then continue to go down into the USA session. Either way. But right now, the code is saying this is going to go down, and it's strong. It's not textbook perfect or anything like that. It could look a little bit better, but it's a good one. It's a strong one. It looks good to me. I like the way it looks. I'm in at 48. I originally was putting it at 55. I would have got it. Well, I think I would have anyway. But it doesn't matter, because this is a big trade, and I know which way it's going to go. So I'm in, and I will keep everything on so I could show you the outcome of this trade. Okay, I have another read on the code again, and the code is saying that it's going to go down. However, there is a risk again that this may go up higher to the stop area and then come down. If it were to do that, I again would take another entry, because this is a big trade here. I don't know if it will do that or not. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't think it's going to. I don't think so. But we'll see. If it does, it does. As a trader, you try not to expect too much. Just kind of react to whatever happens. And I'm expecting, though, if this thing does not move up to the stop area before it comes down, it's going to start dropping very soon. If it does go up to the stop area and I take another entry, it will drop from there. So basically I'll be losing 20 pennies going for another trade going for 200 pennies. And that particular trade that you go for 200 pennies, you follow it down with a stop, a protective stop. Don't let it come all the way back up again, because it's one of those trades where once it reaches its bottom, wherever it is, it could very easily bounce way back up again. So you'd lose all your profit and come all the way back up to where you were, and maybe even go even higher than where you were. So you definitely want to play a protective stop on this particular one as it goes down. Lock in profit all the way down. It's getting close to the stop. If it hits, I'm going to take another entry again. Take the best one I can get. If it doesn't hit, my 48 entry will still seem like a really, really good one, because it's going to drop out. If it does go up and hit the stop at 68, it's likely to go up to around 80, and that's where I'll take a short entry at, 78 to 80. So about 10 pennies higher than my stop. And believe me when I tell you that this is going to be a good trade. Losing 20 pennies on this will mean nothing to me. Okay, just grab my stop. It's going to move up higher here. It's going to go up to about 80. I'm going to wait for it to make its move before I take an entry, because I could put it up there right now, but it's possible this thing could jump really big up to like 95. So just in case, I'm going to go ahead and go manual here, and I'll take a manual entry. Pause in the video. Okay, I am preparing to short. Preparing to short here. $69 is the high. The code is saying it's going to go down. The code is saying it is going to go down. Shorting now. I'm at 66. Adjusting adjusting the exit to 200 pennies. This will be 85.66. 85.66. Adjusting the exit now. Yep, 85.66. Okay. Looking good. Okay, I want you to watch this. This thing's about to drop out. Okay? And this is going to be a fun ride. This is a big trade. You just saw me lose one, and now you're about to see me make a very big one. A big trade. I'll record it, record the outcome of it, show you how I follow the stop all the way down. So like for instance, let's say it goes to 100 pennies profit. I'll put the stop at like 50 pennies. It goes to 150 pennies profit. I'll put the stop at 100 pennies. You know, it goes to 180 pennies and almost makes the 200 penny exit, but doesn't quite make it. I'll tighten that stop up to 150 pennies, and if it hits it, I'll just take the 150 pennies. So I'll follow it all the way down and really lock in those profits on the way down. Because once that thing turns and starts heading back up again, that's, you know, you could lose your profit in a real big hurry. But on the way down, it's going to be a fun ride down. And look at the chart on the daily chart. Looks like it's going to go up. Look at the 10-minute chart. Look at it. It's at the high. Everybody thinks this thing is going to go break out. It's going to go break out and go higher. As the daily chart's going to go break out and go higher. At the 1-minute chart's nothing but up. People have no idea this thing's about to drop out because they do not know the secret code. You got to know the secret code. If you know the secret code, then you know what to do. And you know what's going to happen before it happens. Now I ask you, do you think my videos are worth this knowledge? Not convinced yet? Okay, no problem, no problem. Watch what happens. Watch this thing get ready to drop out. I mean, I'm not 100% positive about that, but I'm pretty sure that this is this trade. I mean, I know the code, so I've seen this happen many times. So let's give it a little chance here, and I'll come back and show it to you. And its long descent begins. It's going to be it should go down at least 100 pennies. So it should at least go down to 86.70. Should be able to at least get that. But I think there's a, on this particular trade, depends. Look, for instance, let's say that this trade starts coming down and it really doesn't look like it wants to come down very much. You know what I mean? Like it has a hard time coming down or something. You know what I mean? If that were to happen, then what I would do is I would just go for 100 pennies because that's a much higher mathematical percentage trade. You know what I mean? But if it just goes down, like you see what it's doing right now, if that is like a trend for what it starts to do, it just starts going down, 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 and just when you think it's going to bounce now, it just keeps going down, down. That's your 200 penny trade. That's what they look like. So, and this one is setting up perfectly for that. So I've got a 200 penny trade in place, but I may change that as things go on and it doesn't look as good anymore or something. But so far, so good. I'm going to wait till I get ahead a little ways. Get down to about 66, 56, 46, at least 45, below 45, and I'll place a break-even stop on this. Just want to see how it acts right here. It could bounce all the way back up to my entry, or it could just start dropping out another 20 pennies. It just depends on what it does. The more it goes down, the faster it goes down over time. In other words, it goes down and then just goes, and then time goes by and it goes down more, and then time goes by and it goes down more, and it does that. The more it does that, the better the trade this is. I'm expecting that's the kind of trade this is right here, and so far it looks good. Looks exactly like I thought it would so far. We'll see how it progresses, and I will keep you updated and show it to you. Oh, I'm using the code right now. And it is still saying it's going to go down. Yep, looks perfect. Textbook perfect. In fact, watch this. It's going to start dropping out. Watch. I can see it coming. By the way, I will be referencing this video in my macro code videos. This is a textbook example of the macro code, and I will explain it in detail in my macro code videos that I will be doing soon. This, what you are seeing on the charts that you can see here on this video, is a textbook example of the macro code. And let me further add that this is a textbook example of the special 200 penny Friday dropout code. That's what I'm going to call it. Something like that, okay? The textbook example of the 200 penny trade Friday dropout macro code, which I will explain in detail. As a note for educational purposes as the macro code videos, I would like to point out something, that what we would have liked to have seen as an indicator would have been more of a movement. However, if you take a look at the parameters of the macro code and you look at the penny amount from the start to the finish, you will see it is exactly 20 pennies, which is textbook. So there you have it, a textbook example of the macro code. It does not get any clearer than that. Okay, it's going to, the code is going to give me another indicator on what it's going to do. What I would like to see it do is not come back up to where my entry is, basically, but to start dropping out now. I think that's what's going to happen. Here it goes. Here it goes. And I want to see this thing really start to drop now. It doesn't have to drop fast, but just like a trend. Like it's like all of a sudden, just consider it now, that now it's going to go down and it's going to go into trend mode going down. And it may go slowly and slowly, and at times make big spurts, but just as a general rule, a trend going down. That's what I want to see. The code is going to reveal itself again to me very soon. I'll tell you exactly what it says. The secret code. The one that some people don't even believe exists. Well, if it doesn't exist, I must be a really good trader. You notice that my entry is 4 pennies from the top of the chart there, which is not bad. It's not acing it or anything like that, but it's not bad. You can go ahead and T-minus this thing. Start from T-minus 10 and work your way down. And when you get to 0, it's going to drop out. Then again, I have been known to be wrong. On occasion. Sometimes. Okay, so I gotta read the code here. What's it doing? What's it doing? Yeah, no big deal. It's still going down, everything like that. Everything is fine. Just a little squirrely. What it's got to do is try to understand something. You got to understand what it's doing really. It's trying to fake out as many people as it can to go long. Okay? I mean, look at it right there. If you don't buy right now, this thing's going to take off. Don't you see it taking off? Look at it. Look at it going straight up. You better buy. You better buy. You better buy. It's going to take off. That's what it's trying to get you to think. Hurry up! You're missing it. You just missed the dip, the bottom. Your chance to get in. That was your chance. You just missed it. You better chase it. You better get in. That's what it's trying to make you do. Trying to trick you. Because this thing's about to drop out. It's just a matter of a little longer of a wait, and it's going to drop. So it's trying to trick as many last people as it can before it does make that drop. Because when it makes the drop, it's going to be kind of obvious. So it wants to get as many people long as possible first, then drop it. And they'll think, boy, isn't it going to come back? Isn't it going to come back? And nope, it's not. It's just going to keep dropping out. And they're going to, so it wants to take as many people's money as it possibly can before it makes this happen. So that's what you're seeing right now, is the last little bit of fake out. It's trying to do its best job at faking people out. That's what it's designed to do, and it does a good job at it. If you didn't know which way it was going to go, you'd probably get faked. And it's not a matter of just knowing which way it's going to go, like, just like 20 pennies or something. I mean, I know which way this thing's going to go for 100 pennies. And I'm even going for 200 pennies because I think there's a pretty good chance of making it. Although, like again, I may change that back to 100 at some point. But as long as this thing starts to drop out, which I think it's going to do here very soon, I'm going to keep the 200 pennies on there. So I don't think we have much longer here to wait before this starts to really drop down. I just wanted to show you that it's making a move up here. Before it just dropped out right there, I was about to tell you that that was a short entry. But now it's too late, I guess, right? But no, the code is saying that it's going to go down. So, and the secret code is saying it's going to go down. And the macro code is saying that it's going to go down. So we have both codes in agreement with each other. You better bet this thing's going to go down. Let me just briefly explain what's going to happen here. See, the macro code is saying that it's going to go down, okay? And when it says that, it's good for 100 pennies, okay? See where we are right here in the daily chart? Down 163 pennies is the bottom of the daily. So if that thing goes down 163 pennies and then breaks, it's going to come down lower. And it's going to come down to here at the bottom of the other one, which is like a 200 pennies. So I'm not sure exactly what that is. We could go take a look at it. It's down to 85.10. So my exit is 85.66. So I'll make that no problem. Even if it comes down to here, I'll make that exit at 66. So it's right down there perfectly at 200 pennies. So, and guess what? I'm just telling you right now that there's no guarantees or anything like that. And the code is very strong, but it's not always right. But I'm just telling you something right now. I'm making the call. Right now, this trade has a very high percentage success on it. I would say about 80% for 100 pennies. What it is for 200 pennies, I don't know. Probably closer to about 50 or 40% for 200 pennies, but still, 40% for 200 pennies, and I'm gonna work a protective stop all the way down, so I'll make something on it. And but this is a big trade right here. This is a very big trade. You won't see this come around all that often, but when you do see it, you definitely want to be jumped on it. And if you do play any kind of a you play more contracts on certain trades, this would be the kind of trade that you'd want to play pretty high. And you could get in, where I am, and play very tight. This thing breaks above at 87.70, you just get out for a small loss. Because if this is the trade I think it is, it's not going to break above 87.70. It's just going to go down. As a matter of fact, T minus 10 and count the countdown again, because it's coming. And this thing's just going to start dropping out. And once it starts, if you're not in, you're going to have a lot of courage to jump in the middle of it, because anywhere it could bounce, no telling that. But yeah, this trade looks really super good. I really, really like it a lot. It's very strong. I think it's going to drop out. I will update you soon. Tell everybody to get out of the way. The roof's about to collapse here. Look out below. What? You thought it was going to go up? Huh. Well, you thought wrong. Because it's going to go down. And the funny part about it is, I don't mean to say anything, I'm sorry about that, but the funny part about it is that as it goes down, people will be buying it all the way down, thinking they're getting a deal. Because look at the daily chart. The daily chart supports you to start buying it down here. You know what I mean? You're down at the bottom. So people will naturally want to buy it because thinking they're getting a good price, and it's going to go higher. They have no idea that the computer is going to take it lower. They just don't know that yet. You see? They don't know anything about there not being a 13th floor. They're about to take the wrong kind of jump without the proper knowledge. If you learn the secret code, you'll have the proper knowledge. Guaranteed. Now do you understand why I offer a money-back guarantee if you can come into the room and show me how the secret code doesn't work? Because, to me that's silliness, silly talk. I can sit here and show you how the secret code works over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, all day long. So nobody's ever tried to show me that the code doesn't work. Nobody's ever done that before. Some people genuinely have said, they don't understand it or whatever, and I show it to them again, and then they see it. All of a sudden, bam, they can just see it, and they understand it. Now, what I want to see is, you see this low here? See how it's coming down to that? What I want to see is for it to just break below it now. To just go ahead and not bounce off of it and go back up, but just break below and come down here and show real weakness and break down in a relatively big way. Not necessarily a big way so much as just break down and start going. And I believe that this is going to do it very soon. I hope it will, and I think it will, unless I'm wrong. And then I'll try to figure out what code this is. But anyway, the macro code says it's going to go down, so, macro code overrides everything. The intraday code says it's going to go down, the secret code. So we are 100% to go down right now. Look out below. Now, for those of you who know about the secret code, what we're watching for here now is for it to go into trend mode. So instead of reversing, it disobeys the reversal, the code, and goes into trend. When we see that, we are home free. Look out below. I did say to look out below, right? Okay, good. As long as I gave that warning. Just want to make sure I'm doing my part. Anyway, so as you can see, we are going down. And believe me, my friends, this is only the beginning. And I've got a 200 penny trade out there. I am adjusting the stop to 87.65, which is break-even stop for me. 87.65, applying it now. My stop is adjusted to 87.65. You can see it right there. This video is running 60 minutes. I'm going to render out this video, save it, so that I don't lose it, and then I'll restart a new video, and I will begin recording this again in about 5 minutes from now, and then I will put that all together into one video, and I will show you the outcome of this trade. But I told you what was going to happen before it happened. Then you saw it happen. As you can see for your own eyes, the power of the secret code. I'm going to stop this video now. I'll be back in about 5 minutes with another one. Okay, this is a continuation video. I had to stop the last one because we were at 1 hour. I don't want to go over that because I've had problems before. I've lost the entire video. So I didn't want to go over that 1 hour. So here we are. We're back again. I am up, let's see, my entry is 66, so I'm up 36 pennies. 35 pennies. Not a real lot. And, you know, if you didn't know it was going to continue to go down, you might want to get out here and go ahead and, you know, take a nice profit, right? But since I know it's going to continue to go down, I'm going to take a much larger profit than this. So my exit is set at 85.66. We can see it all the way down here. There it is, 85.66. And I have a protective stop on it. I can't lose, so I can go to sleep now. And there's a chance to make a really good sized trade, a nice big one. It's all a matter of knowing when to go for them. And as I will explain in the macro code videos, this was a textbook example of one that you want to go for. And we'll see what the outcome is, how many pennies I can actually get out of this, whether it's 50, 100, 150, or 200. So we'll see. I'm going to pause the video. I'll probably stick around for a little bit longer, but I'm going to go to sleep shortly. It is 1:53 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and go to sleep here. But I don't really need to watch this trade. I mean, honestly, I really don't. This is the kind of trade where what you really want to do is turn your back on it so you don't even see it, because just let this thing go down 200 pennies and watch how it does it. And when you hit these winners, it's so nice, and I can't lose. I mean, if it does come all the way back up and I make nothing, it won't be the end of the world, because I get lots more chances to take this trade over and over and over again. If I was just starting off or something like that and I really want to get ahead, I might just do 100 pennies. But since, you know, 200 pennies is a really good one to go for on this particular one. This is a special trade. Anyway, I'll pause the video. I might come back tonight, otherwise it'll be tomorrow, and it probably will have already made it to the exit by the time I show you. But otherwise, if not, I'll show it to you anyway. If it goes there, if I'm able to, if it doesn't go there until late, because it might not go there until like 11 o'clock in the morning my time, which is be at the late session, and it just keeps going down. But I'll be able to judge it then and use the code on it. So I'll be back either soon or not until tomorrow. Look out below! Right now the longs are like, why is this thing going down? I don't understand it. It was going up so good for so long. And all of a sudden it's just going down. No substitute for knowing the code. No substitute whatsoever. And like I predicted earlier, it's just going to keep on going and just trend down. You see what it's doing? Look at the chart. Since it started, down, a little bit up, down, 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 down. Just nothing but down. In other words, it's just in this downward mode, trend mode, and it's just going to stay there and keep going down. And it's going down in such a slow, methodical way that this is like a perfect scenario. It's just going to keep doing this and keep going down. It's like perfect. I wouldn't mind if it went down a little faster or a little bigger. You know, we could be down to 86.50 already. But, you know, still got all night long to go, so plenty of time. But anyway, this is how you do it. It's easy, guys. Not that hard. Just gotta know what you're doing. Learn the secret. You can see it's just, you know, it's just dropping out. Just going down. Keep on going. It's just gonna keep dropping. Right when you think it's, you know, it should go back up, it's just gonna keep dropping even more. It looks very, very good. Perfect look to it. If it breaks down right here, it's confirmed that it's in trend mode. If it goes up right here, it simply confirms the initial code. It confirms its downward trend. This trade right now, look at the chart, as called earlier that it was a textbook macro code. Before it did what it did, I called it as that and said what it should do. And afterward, it did exactly what it should do and what I called it that it would do. That it would just go down and keep trending down. This is a classic example of a macro code trade and exactly what you want to see and the kind of trading that you want to see, what it looks like. This is it. This is a big trade. This trade should go down for at least 100 pennies, if not 200 pennies. And it's important to be able to see these trades when they come, because they are very special trades, capable of making you a lot of money. So here we go. It's about to drop again, and it should make a pretty big drop this time. It might drop down to about 86.60, even maybe 86.50. And it's only the beginning. Here we go, 86.85. It's only the beginning, everyone. It's just the beginning. Now, do you want to learn the secret? Do you want to learn how to read the code? Do you still think I'm a scam? Well, that's what these videos are for. To show you that I'm not a scam. To show you that I know exactly what I'm doing. These videos are not faked in any way. To show you that I know exactly what I'm doing, and that I can teach you exactly how to do this as well. You know, guys, I am very close to 100 pennies. I am going to exit. I'm going to change my exit to 85.66. I'm modifying this to 86.66. I'm modifying the exit now. My exit is now at 86.66. I'm looking to get out here just a little bit lower. Come on, come down and get me out. Make a drop. Here we go. It's going to do it. It's going to do it. Watch. It's going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and just take this quick 100 pennies, because this is a quick 100 pennies. I like to get this on video and get this up to YouTube and show you. There's a way to play this now. We can play a movement back up again, and I could show you that later. Although I'm very tired right now, I like to go to sleep. But these videos are just to, really to show you the power of the code. Give it a chance. You still got a good chance to come down and get me. Get me out here at 66. If it doesn't, it's no big deal. I'll just change my exit back to 200 again. It's no big deal. I'll just go for more pennies. But you could get out here at 66, right? And then get back in at around 87.40 again. Go ahead and place a short order for up there. And if it does go all the way back up there again, you'll go ahead and take it. Or how about more like, yeah, no, I would do 40. I wouldn't do up here. It's not going to go that high. Just go up to 40. You're taking a risk because if it double tops, it's going to stop you out. But that's the kind of play that you could do. If this trade is the trade I think it is, though, it's never going to make it that high. So you're never going to get in back up here. It's just going to come down. Okay, I don't think it's going to get me out for 100 pennies here. So I'm just going to go ahead and place the trade for 200 pennies again. Because once it starts down again, it's just going to drop. Hang on a second, it might get me out here. Let me take a look at the code. What's the code saying? The code is saying, let me read it for a second. The code is saying, that it's very possible it's going to start to bounce. So if it gets me out right here, that'll be good. I'll let it just bounce back up again. Come on, get me out. Get me out for 100 pennies. Let's go. I think it's going to bounce back up again. Come on, 3 pennies down. Get me out. A lot of people might be wondering, why don't you just get out? I like to play precise. I mean, I can easily just hit the trade out button if I wanted to. I like to play precise. And believe me, I can. I can do it. Watch. Watch this thing get me out here in a few seconds. And if not, it's no big deal. I don't care because, like I said, I'll just increase my exit. Because it's going to go. This is just the beginning. It's going to keep going down all night long. $100 pennies is kind of to get out way too early anyway. I just wanted to do it so I could show you on video right now. And so I could not watch it anymore and go to sleep. I'm going to pause this video. Okay, I am attempting to get a read on the code right now. I'm going to see which direction it says it's going to head. Give me a second here to get a read on it. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, as you can see, it is now bouncing. Reading the code, it is still saying that it's going to go down. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull the 100 penny exit and go with a 200 penny exit, but just give me a little bit longer here because it may be making this move up, but then it's going to make a move back down again and come down here. So let me just, before I pull it, let me give it a little bit longer. Okay, I am reading the code right now. The code is saying that it's going to go down again. Therefore, I am going to pull my exit at 86.66, modify that down to 85.66, my original exit. Applying that now. Okay, my exit is now at 85.66 for my original 200 pennies. And the code is saying it's going to go down. Macro code. And the, well, I mean, it already has gone down 100 pennies. 86.60 to 87.70 is where it started off at. I had at 86.66, 4 pennies from the high. And now the code is, the intraday code is saying it's going to go down again. So Once it breaks this low right here of 68, it'll just drop out. So I'm hanging on to it. Using the secret code, this is a short entry right here at 95. If you can get it, 94, go ahead and take it. That's a short entry using the secret code. It just popped up to 95 a second ago. And I guess, if you, there's 94. So you could have got 94 or 93, let's say, to go short. The code is saying to go short. But since I'm already short, I'm just holding it. Nothing has changed. I still have a 200 penny exit in place. And now the code is saying to go short, and now it's going to just go down and break the previous low, and continue to move down. So I am going to go to sleep. By the time I wake up, this most likely will already have reached 200 penny exit. I'm thinking about changing it to something else, but it'll be alright. I'll wake up and be able to manage it. So I'll see you tomorrow and show you the successful trade. As you can see, I called out that the code said that it was going to go down at 90, what was it again, 95, I think it was. And as you can see, it is going down. Again, the code is again right. And it's right like that over and over and over and over and over again. And I guess these videos are a good way to show that and to prove that, because for so long people have been telling me, there is no code and blah blah blah, and you cherry pick trades and all these different types of things. And I try to honestly try to explain to people and get people to realize, but and a lot of people do realize. A lot of people have bought the videos. A lot of people have given me video feedback. But there's a lot of people who are very skeptical, and rightly so. There's so many scams out there. So hey, I'm doing everything I can to show you right in front of your eyes the power of the code, over and over and over again, so much so that I'm just going to overwhelm you with evidence. And if you want to deny it, then go ahead, but I think the evidence is going to be so overwhelming it'll prove it to most all people, even people who aren't even interested in trading oil, but they'll still see that this is all real. So anyway, I will be back tomorrow, show the success of this trade. You might want to look out below, because the wheels are right about to fall off. By the way, the code is saying that this is again a short entry right here at 92, 93, 94 is a short entry. So that again makes it something like, I lost count, but 4 different times now that we've had the intraday code, the secret code, say that this is going to go down. So just like before, if you remember, it's just a matter of time and this thing's going to start dropping out again. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know that. So I can document this and you could see it for yourself and see how I'm able to call over and over and over and over and over again what it's going to do, and then it does it. So that you can see that there's a secret behind this. There's no way it could possibly be right so often. It's just impossible. So then you're going to think of some other answer like, well, he's faking it somehow. Well, how am I faking it? If you've got some kind of answer, how I'm faking it? You know, how are these numbers all changing up here as these numbers, change down here? And these numbers change over here, and they do it all at the same time. How do you fake that? You know? What video editing software is there that you can use that could go in there and you could change all those numbers and make it all look real? Because, I mean, the slightest little change, you could see it. It's like an anomaly within everything that's perfect the way it's supposed to look. And the slightest little change you could see. I mean, maybe some type of, high-grade expert who makes films or something like that, or somebody with that kind of knowledge or skill level could do something like that, but I can't. Besides, all you gotta do is look at the date of when I'm doing these videos, and then look at when the date on YouTube, right on the YouTube video, and you'll see that that the date is the same. I uploaded it the same date that these were done. So when would I ever have time, even if I did know how, when would I have time to go in here and try to edit them? There would be no time. So there's all this proof everywhere for you to see that this is all real and not being manipulated somehow. And if I'm not showing you my losers and just showing you my winners, well, okay, that's possible. You're right about that. But if that be true, and even if that is true, you have to deduce, at least I think, that I must have an awful lot of winners then, because that's what I'm showing you, a lot of winners, over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, is it really possible that I have that many losers? And I'm just not showing you? Well, each day it starts over, I mean, I don't know. I give up. Some people you can never convince. I'm just going to show you over and over and over again the power of the code, and you can make your decision from there. So anyway, I'm still short. You can see this thing's moving up nice. I am looking at the code. It did sort of ignore the previous code. I wasn't paying really close attention to it, but another entry is coming up here. This is a really good one. If you weren't short, you'd want to take this one. I'll let you know when. I've got to take a look at it on the chart here. I'll let you know though. But the overall macro code clock is ticking, and this thing should be dropping out in a big, big way today, Friday. Okay, this is it right here. You'd want to get in short. I would place a short order at like 87.05 and let it come back up and hit me. That's what I would do if I wanted to go short. There, it's at 87.05 right there. I don't know if you would have gotten totally filled though. It moved too quick for me to see. You might have, you might not have. I couldn't see actually. It was only there for a second. So I might have gotten partially filled. But that was the entry at 87.05. If I didn't get it, I'd be trying to aggressively get in at like 87.04 right now. I'd change it to. I'd change it to 87.03 now. Try and get in. Just pops back up one more time. You'll get it at 87.03. I'd still keep it at 87.03. Still a good chance of it coming back up. Just by reading the code. Yep, that's a short entry. It's a short entry. I'd keep it at 87.03. It should come back up. There's two. You gotta look at the bid though when it hits 03. You gotta look at the bid. Okay, it's at the bid, so I'd be filled right there at 03, no problem, for sure. And then I'd be filled now at 03, and then I would just hold that short. That's a short entry within the code, within the macro code, using the secret code, the intraday code. And piece of cake. This is easy stuff. Once this thing starts to drop, it's going to be a big ride down again. Now, it's possible that this thing could ignore this particular code that's explained in the secret videos and move higher. If it does, you want to immediately get out because it's likely to go much higher. You don't want to hold it. It'll go to your 20 penny exit really quickly. So right here where the high is, not sure what that high is. That high is 07. As soon as it breaks 07, goes 08, 09, you get out because it's going the wrong way on this particular code. And those who know what the secret code is, you know what I'm talking about. What's nice about that though is when you are wrong on these particular ones on the code, you can just easily get back out for small losses. These are relatively tight ones. Like for instance, typically you'd just go for 10 pennies on this particular code. So if I said that or saw that you could get in for 04 or 05 or 03, I think it was 03 I said I would have gotten in, yeah, 03, you just go for 10 pennies. So get out at 93, 86.93. And if you can, if it starts to break, try to get out for 5 pennies. If you can, keep it as close to that as you can. But generally speaking, that's not the main one. That's definitely not the main one. It's the secondary one. And the main one is even more powerful, more profitable. But they all work and they're all good. Anyway, I'm going to pause the video. And it's just a matter of time here. If it clicked up one more time to 09, I would just get out. If I was in short at 03. In fact, right now, I'd probably just go ahead and place the stop at 012, let's say. Put a 9 penny stop on it. $9 stop, 10 penny exit. For that particular code, anyway. But anyway, the macro code is so nice. If you know the macro code, not only do you know the entry, but you know to go for a big exit. So you don't have to look for an entry somewhere along the macro code. Well, we know it's going to go down, so you know the entry is to go down, not to go up. Well, you see, I tried to get out at 66, and it went down to 68. I was 2 pennies away from getting out, and then it bounced. If I had gotten out, what I would have done is I would have placed the order to short at 87.40, and then just went to bed. And if it made it up there and hit me, great. If it went all the way to 60 and stopped me out, it would have got me. But I don't think it will. If it does go up there, it's going to top, I think, up there. It is possible it could top up here. If you wanted to play the absolute minimum like take the absolute maximum mathematical trade, you could put an entry like at 60, which will cover the top of 70, and take a short entry here right at 60 for a double top. And if that happens, you have a pretty high mathematical trade. But if you know the code, you'd be able to read that so easily and be able to know if it was going to work or not work before it ever even happened. That's the power of knowing the secret code. There's, you can't even imagine. I mean, some people call me and they ask me, I try to tell them without sounding like a salesman or something, that you really want to have this. You really need to know this. Because if you know this information, you can, do you can do incredible things. And do really super well at trading. And so anyway. Alright, I'll be back and show you the progress of this trade. If you're on the East Coast, it's currently 6:30 a.m. to you. And, so you could be trading right now. It's 3:30 a.m. to me. So I'm really tired, about to go to sleep. I'm just following this and watching the code. But and those of you in Europe, this is like your time, so you could be playing this the whole entire time. And there's so much opportunity in this oil market to play it 24 hours per day. You can see how active the Euro market is. It's great. I mean, this is just, a watch. That last trade, using, I don't want to call out what it is, but using part of the code, that one did not work. So you would have gotten stopped for 9 pennies at 12. But you're about to take a much more powerful one coming up. And that one will not only work, but this is going to be the top of the bounce. And it's going to come down after this. And so, being able to know the intraday code, you could catch it. And if you know what the macro code is, you can hold on to it. For a big winner, you can hold on to it for 100 pennies from where you're going to catch it at. And if I had gotten out down here at 66, believe you me, I'd be rooting for this thing to hit 40 right now. Because when it did, I would get my entry to go short again. After I had just made 100 pennies. But it doesn't matter, because I know the ultimate direction is that no matter how high it does go, it's going to come back down again. And I think it's going to go make my 200 penny exit. I think there's a good chance anyway. So I'll be back to update you the progress of this trade. Okay, the secret code is indicating it's going to go down. And right here is your entry. I would try to get in right now at, 02. Or 222, I mean. I would have already gotten in just then. It's getting ready to come down. If you weren't in, I was still trying to get in. I mean, you could hit the bid and just hit 19, but if you just take it a click or two up, you could, get it a lot of the times. But you can see it's starting to drop here, and it's likely to drop out. See, it's going to now continue its downward trend that it made. This upward trend is finally over with, and it will now come down. It may come down and then come back up and work off of this top for a little while before it finally gives away and comes down. But this should be the top right up here. At least in the short term. I mean, if you could go for let's see, you could go for 20 pennies on this trade if you were in it right here. You go for 20 pennies, come down, or go with the macro code and go for a lot more, like I'm going for. So let's say you were going with the code, and say you weren't in like I'm in right now. You're going with the code. You would take a short entry at 22. Your exit would be 02. So, you can't stay up for much longer, but if it makes it there anytime soon, I'll show it to you. As you can see, if you had taken a 22 entry short using the secret code, you'd be up a little bit right now. And it just went down to 10, so you would have been up 12 pennies for a second. But, let's see, 12 pennies, 22. I mean, you could place your order, your protective stop at 21. It'd be alright. Because if it's going to go down, it's going to go down. And there it goes. It's going to drop even lower than that. It's just getting started. So you'd be able to get your 20 pennies at 02 in just a few more seconds. Or maybe another minute or two. But, you'd be able to get it soon. And it shouldn't, take all that much longer for it to break below the previous low. And, move down. Wish I didn't have to go to sleep so I could watch it, But, gotta sleep sometime. Anyway, just wanted to show you that, again, the code was right, that it was going to go down. Now, there's no telling that it, say you didn't know the macro code or whatever, it could go higher, and it could go higher. That's why you always play protective. And always protect the trade. Then if it does go down, you make a winner. And if it doesn't, it goes back up and hits your stop. You protect from a loser. I think it's a great way to play. That's why I play that way. And it works well, so that's what I recommend doing. Unless you have some better way. But my way works, I know that. So, anyway, the code is the ultimate, though. Nobody's got anything better than the code. Anyway, I'll update you on the progress of this trade. As you can see, the trade is almost down to 02, which would be the exit, 20 penny exit on a 22 entry. So you'd almost be there. A couple more pennies to go. Of course, if you knew the macro code, you'd be hanging on to it like I am. Because you'd know that it's gonna go down a lot more. But just the intraday code, still there's 20 pennies right there. Like I say, 20 pennies a day. That's all you need. You just need to get good at making one trade a day. But I'll tell you though, as you can see, I'm not up 100 pennies anymore. I was right there on the chart. Now I no longer am. But even so, I'm up nice. When I go up 100 pennies, I'll be up nice, and go up 200 pennies, be up really nice. But as you can see, it's really not that hard when you know the code. Not hard at all. As you can see, the wheels are starting to fall off again here. It's coming down. And I'm not really sure what it's going to do, other than eventually it's going to break. go below 86.70 and go down. It's impossible to say how far, but I'd be looking for it to go down to the bottom here of the chart here. So break through these lines and come down to the bottom here. That's where my exit's at, and good chance of it making it. It's easy to read the code. You would have had your 20 pennies on using the intraday code. Which you could easily do. Or if you know the macro code, you can just take one entry like I've got and just hold it. Of course, I did try to get out down here just to buy 2 pennies, and if I would have made it, but see, it still hasn't gone up to here yet, and it probably won't at this point. So I just would have made the 100. And now, hopefully, by staying in, I'll make the 200. It is Friday, February the 11th. You can see right here, 2011. This is the continuation of the video here, and as you can see, I did make my 200 penny exit. You can see it here, and you can see how it came down here on the daily chart and came and bottomed just like I said it would, right here, and it did make the 200 pennies, as you can see here in the profit and loss. And if you look at the 10-minute, let's see, I shorted up here at 87.65, and then I got out at 87.65, 85. No, it was 85.66 that I got out. So I got out 85.66. I got out right about here on the 10-minute. So as you can see, it was a successful trade for 200 pennies. The code told me that it was going to be successful. I basically, you know, I knew it was to go for a 200 penny trade. I think that you're beginning to see now how powerful the secret code is, how effective it is, how it works so very well, and how I am able to predict exactly what it's going to do before it does it. And I'm going to show this to you over and over and over again. This is what, demo video 4, I believe it is, and it's got 7 parts to it. 7 parts to demo video 4, and I'm probably going to do 100 demo videos. And by the time I'm done doing all these demo videos, I will show so much proof that how the code works that it will be overwhelming to even the most hardened critic that this is real and that this works and that this isn't some kind of a joke or a scam or some kind of a game. This is not a game. This is dead serious. You know, I mean, you know, if you think making money is a serious proposition, then this is a very serious proposition. This isn't some kind of a joke or a game. And that's what these demo videos are for, to show you the power of knowing the secret code. There is no substitute for knowing it whatsoever. I made 200 pennies in less than 12 hours. Or I forget how many hours it's been. Sorry, I'm still really super tired. Anyway, I'm up now, and I made my 200 pennies, and I'm recording this video, and I'm showing you, and I'm going to conclude this video, and I'll be back with more videos to prove that